Welcome back. Today's book deals with the science of productivity. It's from the author The Power of Habit, which is a famous book. So let's see what we can learn. Lesson number 1 is use decisions to keep motivated and stay on track. It's often that we are very excited for a new project or a new activity. For example, we are excited to start the gym, but after a while our excitement fades away. Why is that? Well, one very important thing research has found is that when people can make choices, they feel more motivated. So whenever you feel stuck, you should apply this principle and let yourself make a change, a decision. The important thing is that not that you stick with a very defined schedule, but it's much more important that you set long-term goals. It doesn't matter if you today change your schedule, as long as your bigger picture, bigger goals get accomplished. Lesson number 2. Another way is to remember the big goal. Whenever you make something, for example, you read a boring book and you just want to stop doing your activity, remember why you do it. You could do it because you need it for a business and it will enable you to make more money, or you train because you will be more healthy and feel better, and so on. Remember the big why. Also, bigger goals. Maybe your goal is just not big enough. You should think about the biggest goals you can set for yourself, because that has shown to improve creativity and motivation. There was one study from the 90s where they checked how a management training in Motorola, which used this principle, enabled their engineers to develop a new product in 1/10 of the time it took previously. That's an amazing result there. And just coming from setting bigger goals, it's hard to believe, but that's what that research revealed. Then you sometimes need to break your bigger goals into smaller, smart goals. For example, if you want to become a marathon runner, you should first strive to run without stopping for 5 miles and make that your goal number 1. Then you will feel accomplished if you get to accomplish that goal, and that will give you a motivation boost. If you just set big goals, you could get discouraged if you don't reach them within any amount of time you think you should reach those goals. Create mental models. This is very important to use, because it has been shown that imagining yourself in certain situations, imagine how you will deal and what you will do in the situation you are proposing yourself. For example, you want to perform a new sport, for example. Imagine yourself performing that sport and what movements you will do, and so on. Then there is the importance of creating a great team if you work at a company, for example. And one very important factor is psychological safety. It has been shown that even average performers can accomplish great things if they have the right dynamic, and the most important factor has been psychological safety. If people feel safe in their team, they are more likely to propose innovative and little common ideas, and this makes the whole team much more creative. Empathy is another big factor in a team, in a good team, and you can read in detail about all this in my blog post. Then there's contribution. Every member of your team should be able and should be encouraged to contribute when there is a discussion, for example. Create a commitment culture. There's again a lot of research which is listed in the blog post, and it has been shown that the highest profitability is reached in those companies which have a commitment culture. Use old ideas in new ways. A study which analyzed 70.9 million creative papers found that 90% of the content had already been published elsewhere before. So the innovation was that papers like that approached existing concepts from a new angle and made unusual connections and combinations of prior knowledge. You should do that. You should read, for example, books from different areas and try to utilize that knowledge in new ways. And lastly, use feelings to foster creativity. You can check more details in the blog post. I hope this helps. This book is loaded with knowledge, so definitely check it out. See you next time.